Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to new RPG news. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from some new strategy RPGs, to some indies coming into consoles, to some new games being announced, Kyoto Xanadu, all sorts of cool stuff, plus Breath of Fire 4. This is our top story, and I want to tell you all about everything, and I definitely do think it's worth the sub as you come and you join the party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So, this game first released back on good old games like, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. But now it is coming to Steam. This is really freaking exciting. And each title, this is Resident Evil, and then Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and Breath of Fire 4, they all came from Capcom over to the Steam, and they are all priced at $10, but they all feature a launch discount down to $5 right now. And Breath of Fire 4 is one of my favorites in the entire series. It is like a dual protagonist system where you follow Ryu, but then there's times that you follow the antagonist, Folu, and you have like 6 party members, but you can fight with 3 of them at a time, but you can also kind of like, I don't know, like change them in and out, you know, during battle and stuff, and some characters in the back will like support the characters in the front, they regenerate MP and stuff in the back row. Like, it's really a very, very good game. This Steam edition has some new quality of life features, such as two localizations of the games included, English and Japanese, and then all sorts of other little computer doodaddy stuff that I don't really understand, but it is all there. One thing that I will say, some people in the comments, because I made a whole video about this just the other day, some people in the comments said that it doesn't support controllers, which sucks. So yeah, hopefully they do get that fixed, but it does say they have improved keyboard and mouse support and other things like that, and they improved the warehouse and the crane mini games and all that kind of good stuff. Hopefully, this is a harbinger of more Breath of Fire to come. This is Capcom actually looking at this series and acknowledging this series and doing something with it. So hopefully if we support it, then they will come back and they will support us, either with maybe a collection release, kind of like a Suikoden collection or a Lunar collection or something like that, or maybe even a brand new game, or even remakes of the older games. All of those I would absolutely love. R-Type Tactics 1 and 2 Cosmos launches on June the 18th in the West. This already came out in Japan on March the 12th. It's coming out for the PS5, PS4, Switch, Switch 2, Xbox, and PC, again, June the 18th. And it's a strategy RPG. I thought these were like space shooters and stuff, but no, it's a strategy RPG, and NISA is publishing it here, and they do have a limited edition available, which we will look at in just a minute. It's coming out for the Switch, the PS4, and the PS5. The limited edition says that it includes the deluxe edition to the soundtrack, conceptual art card set, RWF9A Arrowhead acrylic stand, BWF1DA Baidu system, whatever, another acrylic stand in the collector's box. It says the limited and deluxe editions for the Xbox series are no longer planned. As the Baidu continue to eliminate humanity, you must outsmart and outmaneuver them if the Space Corps has any hope of victory. That is, until you find yourself fighting alongside the very forces that you were tasked with destroying. R-Type Tactics 1 and 2 Cosmos turns tactical turn-based strategy gameplay on its side for one-of-a-kind R-Type experience. This 2-game collection blasts its way on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, also making its debut in the West for the very first time. Deploy your forces across multiple campaigns, playing as both the Space Corps and the Baidu. With hundreds of ships levels to choose from between both games, along with the branching missions and brand new post-game story, this is packed with out-of-this-world content. And again, I will have links to all of this stuff below. It says here that they have 100% in stock for the Switch. Let's look, 75% for the PS4. Looks like 75% for the PS5, and then Xbox they have it canceled. So Switch is still there, everything is still there for pre-order if you did want it. There's the soundtrack, there's the game, the collector's box, these acrylic standees, and little postcards right there. And while I am over here at the NISA store, I thought that I would talk about this. A Strange Overlord limited edition is available as well. I have mine right here. There is my A Strange Overlord limited edition. Really freaking cool. beautiful, beautiful, beautiful box right there. This is $90, and it just came out, so I figured, why not? I'll talk about it. It has an art book, has a little sticker sheet right there, it has the game, it has the art, and then the soundtrack, and then an acrylic stand right there. Super cute, super fun game. Needy Streamer Overlord PS5 Subscriber Edition has been announced. It is due out this year sometime in Q3. This is available on Serenity Forge's online store for $50, and as well as VGP. You can pre-order right now. It says that the PS5 release follows Serenity Forge's previous Premium Edition and Collector's Edition releases for the Switch. It's currently available digitally for the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC via Steam if you would like it there. Here's the game. It says turn Amy? Amy. I'm gonna go with Amy. Turn Amy, somewhat of a hot mess of a girl, into a oh my god, what the fuck, cute internet angel, and jumpstart her career as a live streamer for the most hardcore nerds alive. Oh my god. Needy Streamer Overlord is a multi-ending adventure game depicting your daily life with, oh my god, kawaii angel, a young girl with a rather extreme need for approval attempting to become the #1 internet angel. Gradually build up, oh my god, kawaii angel's number of followers as she spends her days streaming, using various stress relievers, and generally being kind of messed up. I wonder what kind of stress relievers she's using. Oh my god, what is happening? Yeah, experience all the different crazy ups and downs like rock bottom, and find out for yourself whether the story is even capable of having a happy ending. So kawaii! Yeah. That's hysterical. Okay, so this is the subscriber edition, $50 right here. Again, all of the links for all of these things will be down below if you wanted to look at them. As the game has a soundtrack CD, reversible, clipboard standee, glitter sticker sheet, soundtrack download card, and the physical game with an Amy Jan slip cover because everything must be so kawaii. Mana Finder is coming to consoles this week. I put out a review for this game quite a long time ago, actually, and I did enjoy it. Turn-based, really fun, kind of retro RPG thing going on right here, and now it is coming to consoles. It says it's coming out, it originally came back in 2022, so yeah, it was 4 years ago that I reviewed. Gosh, man, I've been at this for so long, y'all. It's released for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch on April the 3rd. The console versions will be available for $12 or €12. Mana Finder is a pixel art RPG inspired by classic RPGs. It's set in the world of Avi, which is roamed by powerful beasts. The humans who live there depend on mana stones to protect their settlements, with mana finders like protagonist Lambda risking their lives to find them. Vulture, Scavengers of Death launches on April the 28th. This is a retro-style tactical turn-based survival horror game. So tactical turn-based plus survival horror thing going on. Reminds me kind of like Kodelka, I guess? Interesting thing right here. It says, Salento Valley, post-biohazard incident. As a Vulture operative, your mission is to extract material to aid in finding a cure for the infection. Send Leopoldo and Amber on their select missions to prepare for turn-based tactical survival against infected mutants. Find the key to our salvation. So you survive and extract the target from missions across 2 different agents. Leopoldo, a disciplined operative, guided by an unbreakable sense of duty and a strict personal code of justice. With his strength and integrity, move, push, and jump over objects to control the environment. Amber is a tactical operative characterized by her analytical intelligence, agility, and ability to make precise decisions under pressure. Use her grappling gun to traverse the environment and control the positions of enemies. So yeah, actually with the control of the position of the enemies and all that, it also kind of reminds me of Dragon Quarter too, Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Interesting. Y'all really could have fooled me. I thought that Apple Arcade was no longer a thing. I remember whenever Fantasia went on Apple Arcade, and then, nobody played it because it's on Apple Arcade, and then they moved it onto consoles, and it was like, whoa, Fantasia, New Dimension, this is great. But apparently Apple Arcade is still running strong. Yay. Yay, Apple Arcade, wonderful. Okay, so this was previously released for the PS5, Switch, and PC. Do any of you play on the Apple Arcade? Let me know in the comments if you play on the Apple Arcade. So if I'm over here poo-pooing something that you play, let me know, because I don't play on the Apple Arcade. Sorry, I just don't. Okay. In a desolate world scarred by war, a young witch named Hike embarks on a journey with her beloved vehicle, searching for her long-lost mother. Along the way, she encounters witches that wield special powers and call themselves Meteos. Hike soon finds herself entangled in a combat between the Meteos and a looming threat. Witches camping and adventure across the world. Embark on a thrilling 2D top-down action pixel RPG with Hike, the witch who loves camping as you explore dangerous forbidden zones filled with magic. When you're resting from your journey, enjoy the warmth of campfires, listening to the soothing music, and relax before setting out on more daring adventures with your companions. Kind of like Mana Finder, I reviewed this one back whenever it first came out, and I enjoyed it. It reminded me a lot of like Illusion of Gaia or Terranigma, insofar as like you're going to like real world locations, but you're still fighting like 2D, top-down action, like a Zelda Illusion of Gaia sort of thing, but in real-world locations. So, pretty freaking cool game here. But again, Apple Arcade. Do any of you play Apple Arcade? Ex Sanguis launches in early access on May the 21st, 3 days before my 44th birthday. Wow, I'm so old. Expected to remain in early access for at least 6 months. This is a turn-based strategy RPG. The early access version will be fully playable and includes the core gameplay features, offering several hours of content to enjoy. The full Relapse, don't they mean release? The full Relapse, interesting, will feature additional content, improved balance, new features, overall polish, and possibly new game modes. The game is expected to say, wow, okay, Sal, you got some stuff you gotta look at here. The game is expected to, although I am not one to talk about anybody else's spelling, anybody else's mistakes, anybody else's pronunciations, because I am a hot mess whenever it comes to it myself, so I shouldn't say a freaking word. The game is expected to stay, you're doing a great job, Sal, you really are. Good on you. The game is expected, I'm not even being facetious. You're doing a great job. Love you, guy. The game is expected to stay in early access for at least 6 months, but that timeline may change based upon player feedback and development progress. Rise to answer the Mater's final plea and lead your elite warriors, echoes of the divinity's last hope as you fight to save a dying world from the forces of stasis and restore the flow of life. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done. Monster Crown Sin Eater launches on April the 30th. Monster Taming RPG has been dated, and the trailer is literally 6 seconds long. Watch it on repeat over my head, over and over and over. 6 seconds. The game storyline puts you in the shoes of Asher, a young farm boy who's aspired to be a monster tamer his whole life, just like his big brother. When his family is put in mortal danger, he must act to set things right and change the Crown Nation forever. Be sure to build yourself a powerful team of mighty companions. Turns out Asher won't have much luck going it alone. Certain monsters also transform when exposed to certain elements. Be sure to try strange new items on your favorite monsters. You never know what's going to happen. I feel like if I was marketing a video game and I was releasing a trailer, that I would put more than, 6 seconds into the trailer. Just saying. Echoes of Aincrad Sword Art Online story trailer and 42 minutes of gameplay. Wow. So they want to market their game with 6 whole seconds. These guys are like, hey, watch our game. 42 freaking minutes. Good on you. Take up your sword as a lone adventurer. So we have a story trailer, which I'm playing above me. I am not spending 42 minutes on this game. Give me a break. Okay, it says, additionally, Dengeki Online premiered 42 minutes of gameplay, as well as a 10-minute preview of the feature-length promotional animation Sword Art Online Unanswered Butterfly, included with the game's Ultimate Edition. I'm sure that everybody else here knows what Dengeki is, but I have nothing. I got nothing. Step into Asscrack, a world of beauty and danger where every battle could be your last. Create your hero, choose your gear, and master combat by building synergy up with your partner, leveling up, and unlocking special abilities to expand your horizons. Step into the floating castle of Asscrack, a world of breathtaking beauty and danger where every battle could be your last. Enter a mysterious, vibrant world and reshape your fate. Create your hero, choose your gear, and master combat through special skills and reflexes. Build synergy with the partner of your choice, level up, and unlock powerful abilities as your horizon expands with each victory. Will you rise and claim your destiny, or fall to the foe stronger than you imagined? This is not just a game, it's a battle for survival. Take up your weapon, shape your legend, and enter an adventure to risk your reality. Also in the comments, are you playing this game? Do you like this game? Do you like what you see so far? Because everything that I see, it's like, the original announcement was like, oh, this is gonna look, actually like a good Sword Art Online game. I was like, wow, they're putting effort into it. And then every single announcement since then has just been worse and worse and worse and worse. And you're like, why do you do this? Why do you shoot yourself in the foot? What are you doing? So let me know what y'all think about it. I would love to hear. Monster Hunter Outlander's second closed beta registration now available. Signups end April the 21st. I love Outlander, the TV show. Sign-ups are for open world survival game Monster Hunter Outlander's second closed beta tests are available now via the official website until April the 21st, Teamy, Studio Group, and Capcom announced. It will be playable across iOS and Android systems, so this is a mobile telephone video game here. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era launches in early access on April the 30th. Strategic empire building, turn-based tactical battles, and an in-depth RPG mechanics. This is a new installment of the renowned series of turn-based strategy games where action takes place on Enroth on the continent of Jadam? Mentioned but never explored in Heroes of Might and Magic game before. Traverse a vibrant and living fantasy world full of wonders and dangers, build magnificent capital cities, raise massive armies, and clash in epic, highly tactical battles of heroes and mythical creatures. Play solo with a new campaign, multiple single maps, and limitless, randomly generated scenarios, or engage in a battle of wits and magic with other players, rivals or allies, in multiplayer mode. There's also an option to build your own story with the map editor tool, which you may make available to all the players around the world or keep to yourself. Okay, I got it. That one was my mistake, Sal, not your mistake. That was my mistake. Kyoto Xanadu details more characters and their battle system. Meet Lear, Eliza, Hosen, and Luana. Okay, so this one is Lear. She's 13. That's great. The leader of so she's 13 years old, and she's the leader of the high-ranking team. Okay, Starry Night Travelers, and chairperson of the disciplinary committee who entered Hirosaka Academy by skipping grades. An agent dispatched of the Magic Society Nemesis, she hails from the prestigious Beresford family of England, which has produced chosen ones for generation. She often offers opinions so grounded in reality that one would hardly believe she's only 13 years old. Everybody else is 18 years old, but she's the leader. Makes sense. So this next guy, Eliza, a beauty in men's clothing who serves as the assistant to Lear, leader of the team Starry Night Travelers, as well as a member of the Academy Disciplinary Committee. With her elegant demeanor and gallant butler-like appearance, she's gained popularity amongst the female students. I'm gonna reload this. I don't know why these pictures are... Okay, yeah, so now the pictures are loading. I was like, what's going on with these pictures? Why aren't they loading? So, yeah, there we go. This ad needs to go away too. So this is Eliza, the butler, the girl who wears men's clothing. Okay, so we're moving on to the next person, Hosen. Okay, let's see what you got, Hosen. The leader of a high-ranking team of abyssal investigators and supervisor of Hirosaka Academy's research facilities. A member of the Suragawa group, one of the families that make up the international syndicate known as the Zodiac. He serves in the student council this year as Zodiac's representatives. He prioritizes his research above all else and his extreme aversion to wasting time, leading him to resent even participating in the student council. I'm having a problem, Falcom. I'm having a major problem. My problem is that I feel like this is Trails of Cold Steel Light? Like, these look like rejects from Class 7. Like, look at them. Like, seriously. Like, okay, like, is this Elisa? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on with these characters? They all look... Is that Crow? Like, come on. Like, even this one looks kind of like Elliot, you know? I don't know. The character designs all look so samey with these Falcom games. Imagine if you were playing Final Fantasy 17 and it came out and it looked just like Dragon Quest XI. You know what I mean? Like, Square does a really good job of differentiating each and every franchise that they have, and they make them look very distinct. Even like one-off games, like Diofield Chronicle doesn't look like any other game in their library. Harvestella doesn't look like any other game in the library. These one-off games look very different. But Falcom, all these games, they look very samey. The characters look very samey. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the battles... Oh, look, this is great. All my little pictures went away. I was going to say, if you look at the battle system, like, it looks a little bit different there because it's like a 2D side-scrolly thing. But as far as these characters, like, you can see how... If you didn't know any better, you'd be like, is this a Trails game? You know? And I feel like they really need to do a better job differentiating their franchises one from another, especially after like Ys 9 came out. I felt like Ys 9, and especially Ys 10, like, oh my god, Ys 10, like the amount of dialogue that was in there with these kids and everything else, and I'm like, is this a Trails game now? I remember whenever Ease came out, and the cool thing about Ease, the interesting thing about Ease was that they were so quick. You could play these games in one sitting and beat them. Up until about Ease 6, pretty much, you could play these games, they were no more than 10 hours. They were really quick, they were really fun, they had a lot of replay value because of that. And then they started like doing this Trails thing, and like this Trails has just infiltrated every single one of their other franchises. And it's like, no, Trails should be separate from Tokyo Xanadu. Trails should be separate from Ease. Each franchise should have their own thing, but I feel like they're all kind of bleeding together here. Is it just me? Like, these look like Class 7 rejects. You know what I'm saying? This looks like this could be taking place in Arabonia right now, and no one would be the wiser. It just looks so samey, and I don't like that. Like, they really need to somehow differentiate these characters from one another so it doesn't look that way. So I know I'm going off on a tangent, I know I'm going off on a rant here, but it's just, I feel like it needs to be said that Trails, yeah, it's great, but not everything has to be Trails by Falcom. Trails should stay Trails, and Tokyo Xanadu should stay Tokyo Xanadu, and Ease should stay Ease. Stay in your own lane. That's what I'm trying to say here, but I want to hear your opinion on that as well. And that, my friends, is it for the news. Thank you so much for joining me. Always have a great time putting this together, and as always, have a good day.